want to have to make this video. No, I didn't want to at all. I'm serious. I'm being 100% serious with you. I didn't want to make this video. But it's finally time. I'm tired of reading news articles. I'm tired of reading everything else. I'm tired of the fake YouTube videos. I'm tired of it. And I need to address this. Now, Sega Slayer Complains is until Friday. Okay, and it still is going to be this Friday. But I really gotta get this off my chest, okay? Because I read another one today, and this one was so outrageously bad that it's starting to get on my last nerve. So, what am I talking about? Well, I'm sick of the Sega rumors. And what are the Sega rumors? Well, there's a few that I can talk about here. Let's see. Sega is going to get bought by Nintendo. Sega is going to be bought by Microsoft. Sega is going to be brought by Sony. Sega needs to be brought out. Sega needs to do this. Sega needs to do that. Sega needs to stop making games. Sega needs to hang up its boots. Sega needs to do this. Sega needs to do that. It is starting to irritate me to no end, and I can't take it anymore, okay? I just can't. I have to talk about this. Why are you people so obsessed, right? And I'll see if I can put a few on screen here. There might be and there might not be some of these articles. Why do these people keep saying Sega needs to be brought out, or keep hoping that Sega needs to be brought out? Why? I think Sega's doing fine. I mean, they had a couple good years. I mean, kinda, in some divisions, you know what I'm saying? Sonic's doing obviously well. Some other things are doing well, you know what I'm saying? They just opened a new playground, and Sonic's been having all these new attractions and all this. And I keep seeing all this, and I don't understand why people want this to happen so bad. Don't you understand? If Sega is bought by some company, it's basically the end. Okay, and that's why I know this isn't like Sega fans making these articles, because anybody with half a brain would understand that if one of these companies, especially Microsoft, buys Sega, there won't be any more Sonic, there won't be any more Yakuza, there won't be any more Shenmue, there won't be any more hope for any other games, that's for sure. I mean, look at our main example over here, Rare. Sure, Rare's titles are starting to get made, Perfect Dark, but guess who aren't making those titles? Rare, that's right. I forgot who's the company making who's the studio making Perfect Dark. But do you want that to happen to Sega? You think we already don't have hope for games now? Just imagine if one of these companies buys Sega. Okay? Why? And plus, I don't see it happening anyway. Sega's a big company, man. That's a lot of money to invest into a small company for what? Sonic's definitely screwed. Sonic's definitely screwed. If one of these companies decide we're gonna go out and we're gonna buy Sega today, Sonic is over. Okay, you don't understand that. I don't think people I don't think people are actually getting it. You think you barely get Sonic games now? If Sega is brought, you really won't get Sonic games. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of Microsoft. I'm sick of the rumor. This one, the one that really gets me is the Microsoft one or the Nintendo one. I think those are the two that really get me. First off, Nintendo, really? Nintendo wouldn't buy Sega. Why would Nintendo? I don't even think Sega would sell the company, even if they had the option, even if they wanted to. I mean, like, Nintendo's not gonna buy Sega, that's for sure. Even if Sega wanted to sell Sega, obviously, Nintendo wouldn't buy it. It's just not going to happen. Another one that's really starting to get on my nerves is the Microsoft one, and people really keep saying that because of stupid, what am I trying to say? What is it? Bethesda. I couldn't get it out of my head. People keep saying that because of Bethesda, that Microsoft is going to buy, Sega. It's not going to happen, okay? Microsoft has confirmed it's not going to happen. Sega has confirmed it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, okay? Now listen, there's another rumor that pops up every year, and I'm guilty of falling for this myself, you know what I'm saying? And that rumor is Sega will be making a new console this year. And yes, while it is nice to get our hopes up, you know what I'm saying, it's also not nice to get our hopes up, because then you have to deal with the painful realities of, okay, Sega's going to be making a new console. Oh wait, no they're not. And this one pops up every year, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. Now, personally, I want Sega to make a new console more than any guy. But unless Sega is announcing it themselves, can we all just calm down for a second and realize that if Sega's not saying, hey, there's going to be a new Sega console this instant, It's not going to happen. Why? Like, I'm so sick of the YouTubers clickbaiting it. And even I made a video about it myself. Not even gonna lie. Will Sega ever make a new console? Go check that video out, by the way. But even I'm guilty of it, okay? I'm sick of it, though, man. That we've had all these scam consoles. Let's be honest. Here, okay, one of them I really tried to believe in. I believed in all the way to the end was a console called the Sega Razor, okay? That one I really had high hopes for, and now if I pull it up real fast, I'll pull it up real fast. I'll be right back. And as you can see right here, there's the Sega Razor, something that got tons and tons. That's Razor Ramon, not that one. But something, basically the Sega Razor was a console that got tons and tons. See, Razor Sega consoles, particularly by Games Are Up, and no shade to him. I love his channel, by the way. I'm subscribed to him. I go to him for a lot of Sega news. But as you can see, the Sega Razor was extensively covered. And there's another one, you probably just got a hint for it, that the people were talking about, and I'll get to that one in a second. I'll see if I can pull Razor's Twitter up. I probably can't anymore, because I couldn't find it, but they had a Twitter, they had huge press conferences, they were doing interviews, their videos talking about them were getting blown up at the time, and this was back in, what, 2017, 2014? 2017 to maybe 2016, late 2016, early 2017, I'd say, and they blew up, and they were saying, hey, we're making a Sega console, we've got it made. They dropped the trailer, they had everything you wanted to believe in. They were pretty active on Twitter, even promising an update that never ended up coming this year. You see, they said there was an update coming this year. I just use Games Are Up because that's who I, personally watch when it comes to this type of Sega console stuff. But they said there was going to be an update this year. As far as I could tell, there was no update. I kept up with this for 4 years, by the way. But way before I even started my channel, 4 years I sat here looking this up, trying to find out the new news on the Sega Razor. They kept promising, oh, we're in talks with Sega. Oh, we're talking to Sega. Oh, we're going to be talking to Sega. We're going to be revealing more and more stuff about the console. And to be honest, I don't think they asked for money. That though, on the other hand, I will say about them, I can't remember, but I don't think they asked for donations. So that's a thumbs up. You can't really call it a scam. Maybe it was just they got their hopes up and it didn't come. You know what I'm saying? But the next one I'm going to show you in a second is a scam. But let me see if I can pull up the old Sega Razor Twitter real fast. So doing a quick Google search here, some weird stuff, some of the weird things come up. I checked their Twitter and it's completely changed. They don't talk about the Razor anymore. From what I see, it just completely disappeared. And then there's still these old videos, and then there's people talking about it, but these were back in early 2017, like I said, late 2016, 2017, and there's just weird people talking about it. And yeah, from my little research, it's completely disappeared. So then there is a Twitter. They created a completely new Twitter, changed their website, and they don't even talk about anything Sega related anymore. So from what I know, the whole project turned out to be a scam, obviously. But even the Sega Razor didn't make as big as an impact as this next one did. And I mean, well, it did. And to me, I was more invested in the Razor than I was this next one anyway, because this next one came a little bit after the Razor, but it always seemed like a bit of a scam to me, if I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? So while I was also interested in this next one, I took a bit of a backseat and decided to stick with the Razor more because that was the one that came out first. It's had a little bit more credibility to it. The owner of the so-called Alethea Games was going on interviews talking about how this console is going to be real. They dropped the trailer. They dropped just about everything, and then they claimed to say, oh well, yeah, and then they just stopped talking about it at one point, and then kept just delaying updates. They got to a point where they kept saying, okay, updates are coming here, updates are coming here. That date would come, the updates wouldn't come, we wouldn't learn anything about the console. Then they said they were dropping something big in February 2021. It is now February 2021. Okay, so I'm not going to say anything else. This one we'll come back to. If by the end of February they don't drop anything, I'm writing this off as a scam. But they said this is the last time. Okay, they said this. They said the last time any updates I heard were that they were going to be dropping something big in February 2021. Well, I haven't seen anything. From what I understand, they don't even talk about the Razor anymore. So I'll keep you posted on if something if something does come up during these this month. I'll go ahead and make a video about it saying I was wrong. But if nothing comes up, I'll let you. You won't see a video. That means I was right, and this whole project was a scam. But the next one was so much more blatantly a scam. Like I can't with this one, I can't be sure if Alethea Games asked for money or not. I'm pretty sure they did, but I can't be sure if they did or not. So I'm not gonna say they were a full scam yet. But this next one, I know for sure did ask for money, and I didn't trust this one from the start. Let's go. Now this one. this one. This one was the one that a lot of people probably remember because this one came out later but got a lot more traction, right? Oh, and they even have a YouTube channel and it's still up. This one got a lot more traction, okay? This one was called the Sega Spartan. And most of you probably know about this. If you don't, what it was another company that came not even a year after Razor and said, hey, we're also gonna be making a Sega console. And we're gonna be presenting it to Sega, hoping they will take this console, right? Now now for me in my mind, right? I'm over here originally in my mind. As the time went on, I went more and more untrusting this. But originally, when I first heard about this and everyone was talking about it and it was blowing up, the first thing I thought to my mind was, wait a second. Razor is also making a console. Alethea Games, as they're called. Alethea Games is also making a console. Is there going to be some race between the Spartan and Razor to see who gets done first? And I remember the Spartan team really didn't say anything about the Razor team. Alethea Games though said a few things about the Spartan and saying it was nothing more than a sham and that they were going to be the ones to deliver a new Sega console. And look how that's turned out. But my boy RGT85 made a video about it. I also like his channel occasionally. And other people made videos about it. You can see it was late 2017 this dropped, you know what I'm saying? And then people were talking about the Sega Spartan is dead. Again with this Sega Spartan rant, people were getting mad. The Sega entering the console market meets Spartan and blah 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 about the Sega Spartan project. Sega exclusive new console image and ports explained. And this one, they were really smart with this one. And this one really got me because they did a little bit of a better job than I'd say Alethea Games did when it came to hyping people up. And they were a little bit smart. See, with Alethea Games, right? Alethea Games never technically showed anything. They said they had a prototype. They said it worked, but they didn't show anything. So they kind of lost a little bit of the hype along the way because they never showed anything. They kept promising they were going to show something. They didn't. Spartan, on the other hand, was a little bit smarter about theirs because, see, this is what kind of made me almost lean more to Spartan in the beginning, but then lean more back to Razor towards the end. Spartan dropped a lot of information, and they dropped a lot. From showing the actual console itself to showing the controller, real photos of the console, on showing actual video of the menus running on the console, showing games running on the console, showing a 4K 2020 Sonic demo running on the console, and they had the console on and all that, right? So they were promising a lot. They showed a lot, and they kind of almost made me believe more. And I'll be careful here because I don't want to click any of their videos and, copyright it. And as you can see, their channel is dead. They took down all their content here. There's no more content here. You can see, look at it. The channel's dead. Essentially, there were more videos here, but they're gone now. You know what I'm saying? And Spartan, essentially, they did take money. And see, they were smart. And I'll pull them up in a second here on Google. And these guys were smart, okay? They have a Twitter. They have videos talking about them. They had a Facebook. And look, as you can see, if we go over here on the Google Images real fast, look, they dropped real pictures. This was what the controller was supposedly going to look like. You can see they had a real controller with 6 buttons for the people who wanted 6 buttons. They had a version without 6 buttons for the people who didn't want 6 buttons. You can see They had two versions, and then they had the actual console themselves. Look, they had real pictures of the console on with the controller, real physical pictures here and there, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Promising this was gonna come, and also just saying this. Not that this means anything, but these guys were based in South Africa originally, and then they moved their locations to London, but they were in South Africa originally, and a couple people pointed out that might have just been a red flag right there. I didn't really see a problem with it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things come from South Africa, whatever, but apparently there's a lot of scammers in that region. I'm not sure. That's none of my business. I didn't care where it came from. All I cared about was that a Sega console was coming. You know what I'm saying? But the point being, they had real pictures of the console, the controller, and we'll go to the website here. And I don't know if you can get copyrighted for a website because I don't really trust these guys when it comes to copyright. You know what I'm saying? And you can see they had a real website, Spartan Feel the Power. I was subscribed to it at one point. Look, they promised experience immersive gaming at 4K. The Spartan console is a proposed current generation console for Sega. Well, they're saying current generation. We're in the next generation. You guys have been promising this since 2017 when the Xbox One and PS4 were the new console, were still the main consoles. Well, it's a new generation now. The Series X and PS4, PS5 are out. What are you going to do? You're saying this is a current generation console. It's not a current generation console anymore. At best, it's a last generation console. At worst, it's something like the Atari VCS, and that it's a Raspberry Pi inside a box that you're going to try and sell for $400. Now, sorry, I get kind of get upset about these type of things. The Spartan console is a proposed current, a blast from the past, and they promised that you could play your favorite Sega Genesis favorite Sega games from Game Gear, Master System, Genesis, Saturn, Dreamcast, and next generation titles. Supported media, the Spartan OS gets you access to an online store. You can download games or play games from external media, connected community, connect with friends, share gameplay videos and screenshots, stream directly to Twitch. Now you see they had beautiful, a nice website. They claimed it had a 4GB GeForce GTX GPU, a 1 terabyte of hard drive storage, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. We would love to hear from you. Copyright 2021 Spartan console Sega. So they're still claiming that this is coming. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't talked about anything since then. News in progress. Let's check the news in progress bar. Who wants to bet it's dead? I bet it's dead. Oh look. Look at this. Okay. Well, let's see. They continuously disappear and to try and still get money out of their supporters. Let's see. Going back to 2017, Spartan controller and Sonic 4K tech demo. This was the one with the deck tech demo. I'm going to see if I can get it to work here so I can show you. But look, they showed the controller. They claimed, welcome to the very first update of the Spartan console. This was the very first update, and they showed the original 4-button controller. And then they claimed, here we go. This was claimed to be a 4K Sonic demo that they had running on the Spartan console. And you can see it looks pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? If this was truly running on the Spartan console, it looks kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? At the time, not really now. They claimed they had pictures of the Spartan and all that, and everyone was hyped. Okay, this was late 2017. These guys came out of this. Then you can see they disappeared. This was October 4th. Then they came back October 22nd. While the next major update comes out, here's something to tantalize you for a bit. There have been a few quiet people claiming this project is fake. Oh, here we go. Watch this. This one is interesting because, see, the Razor didn't have a prototype, and I still believe that was more real than this one. They did. Look, while the next major update comes out, here's something to tantalize you for a bit. There have been, I don't know how they say that. That's weird. I've never seen that. Been quite a few people claiming this project is fake because we don't have a prototype. Well, folks, take a look at the Spartan in its physical glory. Below are pictures of the console prototype. Please excuse the quality of the photos. A new camera is on its way. At that point, we can actually shoot videos. But you can see they have pictures. It's running. It has LED lights in it, and they claim that hey, there was actual consoles. But then again, how do we know, right? Now I didn't think of this before, but I'm kind of thinking of this now, right? How do we know these aren't just empty modes with LED lights in them? Any moron can stick a LED light in a console and light it up. Anybody. Okay, and they have a prototype. Here's some info on the case. 2 front USB 3.0 ports, 2 back USB 3.0 ports, 1 USB Type-C Thunderbolt port, 1 HDMI outlet, 1 display port, 1 Ethernet port. Why does it have a display port? Unless this was just a PC in a box, which it was, let's be honest. To be added, we have space in the chassis to add a disk drive for testing and development. We've been using external drives slash peripherals to read media. The 6-button controller, the open source OS. In conclusion, okay, another thing that really would have got someone, another big red flag is the fact that they say they have an open source OS. If this was going to be a Sega console that you could buy, and you could buy disc for the game, that OS would not have been on open source. Let's be honest here. Is the Nintendo Switch OS open source? No. Is the PS4 OS slash PS5 OS open source? No. Is the Microsoft Xbox open source? No. You know why? Because it would make it so easy for people to pirate games and hack the consoles. No person in their right mind would have it be open source unless they knew this wasn't going to be a Sega console. Look, if this proposal is successful with Sega, they will make this a proprietary closed source OS. We're building a prototype, so no decisions are final. Well, I mean, they did mention that, but still, that is a red flag. And I don't think that was there originally. And people were saying it looks awesome. People had their hopes up. And then guess what? Okay, so after that, guess what? They disappear from October 22nd, 2017, all the way to March 11th, 2018. So they disappeared for a good number of months. The development of the Spartan hold on. Listen. Let's read this section, shall we? The development of the Spartan console project has taken an unfortunate turn. Don't worry, it hasn't stopped. Development has temporarily slowed down. Our office is based in Cape Town, South Africa. Currently, South Africa is in a peril state. Mass civil unrest, the uncertainty, security, and possibility. Did I spell that wrong, right? Oh, wait, impossible. The threat of civil war has led us to make the decision to relocate our base of operations from South Africa. On top of this, Cape Town is going through a severe drought, and it's the first city in the modern world that may run out of water. You mean modern world? World? Not wood. I knew it wasn't me. These guys can't spell. Our focus has already been to keep our team under one roof. We've had a key member of our team has left already. We've had a key member of our team has left already. Why? Why did I not see these red flags back in the day? Well, I did see them. That's why I never supported Spartan, but other people did. Why? I understand. Okay, I understand. We all want to believe in this. But this is just so blatantly obvious. If this was a professional team, that's another reason that I believe more in Maletia Games. Even though they didn't have a prototype, they had a little ad and all that. They were being more professional. They didn't have spelling mistakes. They didn't have weird things like this. Even though they didn't have a prototype like Spartan did, they sure didn't have spelling mistakes in their so-called professional websites. Even though they're technically a scam too. As with this in mind, not all of our team can move from South Africa. Where will we be moving? Now that's an interesting question. We have 2 feasible locations in mind, but an announcement won't be made until we have made a final decision. We'll be preparing smaller updates from now on to show some sort of progress. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't buy this for a second. You, my friend, are smart. First of all, there are way too many typos in your post to even take this seriously. Heck, it isn't even a finished post. You, my friend, are smart, okay? Secondly, the whole situation is just... This guy gets it. I'm not reading all this. He wrote a lot, but he's smart. He's smart, okay? New controller design and concept. Now, they were going from March 11th to April 29th, and that's blah, blah, blah. And then they were going from April 29th, 2018. Until September 19th, 2020. Oh my God. People are so gullible. Dude! They left for 2 years and people are still buying this. 5 people. That's only 5 people. Versus the 92 that used to buy it. They left for 2 years. Technically 3 if you want to be honest, because April's only the 4th month. They technically left for 3 years. Oh my god. Let's just see what they have to say. If you still believe in this project, what is wrong? Oh my god. Oh my god. You're a kid. Yeah, you're a kid. Hold on. Oh, this is... As the world seems to slowly return to normal, it seems fitting it has not returned to normal yet. It's not even close, but we're not going to talk about that. It seemed fitting to provide a little update on what's been happening. Things have progressed very slowly. There's no doubt about that. Initially, things started off quickly, like I said, but just as quickly lost that momentum. A few reasons. Moving the project across the world, members leaving, and personal life events. The mistake from our side was not communicating this with people that are/were interested in the project. That's where you deserve an apology. We're sorry and will improve communication about updates and post them more frequently. It is now February 2nd, and this post was made on September 19th. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months now that you guys haven't said anything. It's almost half a year already. Yeah, you guys were lying. This is such a scam. Things have progressed very slowly. There's no doubt about it. Initially starting world members leaving. The mistake from our side was not communicating this with the people that are/were interested in this project. That's where you deserve an apology. We're sorry and will improve communication about updates and post them more frequently. And finally, an update. Last week, a new prototype controller was received from our manufacturer. The build quality isn't up to standard right now, but it feels really good holding it for large hands and small hands. This may look like the classic Mega Drive/Saturn controller, but take note, on the 6 reverse buttons, the reversed angle improves the engine. Oh my god. When used in conjunction with the analog sticks, if the angle remains the same as the classic Mega Drive or Saturn controller, either the 6 buttons need to be a lot smaller and the controller must increase quite significantly in size. Oh my god, they even put the analog sticks PlayStation style. Why? Oh, I hate PlayStation style. Where to from here? What happened to the old controller design? Why does it look like this now? You had a nice Xbox design controller back in the day. I have an Xbox One controller right here. It feels great. What was that? Right now, the design and development is managed from the United Kingdom and a factory in China. Ooh, good old China, which assists in manufacturing prototypes. Things have finally settled, and the project can steadily progress. This is a self-funded project. That means that any deadlines or expectations that are set are not determined by investors or the public. Last time I checked, wasn't this a public? Didn't you guys have a Patreon? I could have swore they had a Patreon. Oh, maybe it's not a scam. Well, it's a scam, but it's not a scam. I'm going to have to look into that. I'll let you know that in a second. And this video is already over 30 minutes long, but I had to talk about this. Over the past year and a half, we've been rebranding and redesigning the console. This had to be done in order to keep up with current hardware. Remember guys, I was just talking about that earlier in the video. To give fans a better idea of what is happening, we'll be given a roadmap every 6 months. The progress will be... Oh, well, it's almost 6 months, so they'll be giving you something every 6 months. The progress will be assessed and based on feedback. The way forward can be determined. Saying this, the next update will be the roadmap. Any feedback? So 6 months. Okay, I'm glad you're back in action. Good to see you up and running again. I'll be honest, I preferred the previous controller design. It was perfect for modern games in addition to retro titles and in an evolution of the Dreamcast controller, if you will. This looks be primarily suited to retro titles. The button layout is another problem since it's understood that A and B are forward and back respectively. C should be A at least so the finger naturally rests on both A and B. Yeah. Look at this. Listen, Does this mean the console is smaller in size, smoother in design, and also have retro look? The controller looks great, but could you have done the same with the other design too? I like the original controller, personally myself. You still probably be earlier than the Atari VCS. If this is your project, it's okay if you take your time. If this is based on money from other people like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, PayPal, etc., it's not okay to disappear. Also, if private life is conflicting to the controller, it's great. I would probably prefer round Saturn 3D pad design, but that's me. 6 buttons and LER are important for all Sega fans. Also, the D-pad, you got that, right? Personally, I don't like the new design of the controller. I like the DO design. But, well, it does appear to be a privately funded thing. Maybe I was wrong. I could have swore they had a Patreon. Maybe I guess maybe I was wrong. I thought they had a Patreon, but I don't know. I could have swore there used to be a Patreon, but whatever. Anyway, we got one more thing to take a look at, and that's their Twitter. So, as you can see, I've recently filed them. The Spartan console is a proposed new whatever. Says the same thing. Last time, they haven't, only 2 days left until you can get Shenmue 1 and 2 on Steam. And they haven't talked since August 18, 2018. 18. Oh yeah, okay, so their Twitter's been dead since 2018, but still, you're understanding, okay? You're understanding what I'm saying. These guys... Okay, so doing just a little bit more research, yeah, they never asked for donations, which is... kind of favorable. I kind of like that they didn't ask for any money or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's really good. But really, that's the end of this video. I just wanted to address some of these Sega rumors that are starting to really eat me up inside. They're getting on my nerves, my last nerve, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft isn't buying Sega. Nintendo isn't buying Sega. Sony isn't buying Sega. Sega isn't selling the company. Sega doesn't want to go anywhere. Sega will be here for years to come. Just like any other company, you know what I'm saying? They have their ups and downs here and there, but they always bounce back, and they always will. Sonic's doing extremely good right now. So the point is, right, take every rumor with a grain of salt, because even I, the world's coolest Sega enthusiast, Sega Slayer 64, I've been caught up by these rumors myself. You know what I'm saying? If someone announces a new console, you know what I'm saying? Even if they have prototype pictures, even if they show you a menu, even if they show you a nice controller, take that with a grain of salt. Take this all with a grain of salt. Even if Sega announces one themselves, take it with a grain of salt. And really, like I said, really, unless Sega announces something themselves, take it with an even bigger grain of salt, okay? Because I can't take these rumors anymore. They're starting to get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Dreamcast 2, Sega Spartan, Sega Razor, all of them. They're not up to par, okay? Nothing has come from them, okay? And this just goes for any company. I saw a company saying Atari was the Atari VCS, although that one's actually seeming to be delivered, and the people who actually backed it has actually got theirs, so, that's whatever. But other things like that, you know what I'm saying? Take this stuff with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying? The Atari VCS lingered in darkness forever, and finally seemed to come out, and it really isn't worth it, you know what I'm saying? And even if the Sega Spartan does come out, and even these companies themselves are claiming to have these big consoles, why have you not been to them? Spartan, let's just talk about something. Why have you not been gotten talks with Sega? You have a prototype, you have a menu, you have games running on the thing, you have a controller, you have a console design, a working prototype. That's all you need to take to Sega. You need a prototype to take it to Sega. Why haven't you took it to Sega yet? It's because you know you're fake, and you know nothing's ever going to come from this. You know what I'm saying? That being said, if you're new here, if you could subscribe, that'd be really awesome. We're trying to reach 200 subscribers, and we're only 3 subscribers away. Make sure to share this video with your friends and become a Super Slayer. I'm the world's coolest Sega enthusiast, Sega Slayer 64. And until next time, have a good one, Slayers.